Hey everybody, Omar here, the Knife Shark Guy, and I am back with another fun-filled video for you. It's good to see you all. Welcome back. I decided to do the last segment of my Kershaw discontinued collection. Just show them all and talk about them because these are really very, very special knives in the discontinued lineup. These are very, 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 very hard to get. In fact, you might be lucky and get this, but I can guarantee you will definitely not get this knife. But I'll talk about each one of these knives one by one, starting with this knife here. This is the Kershaw Tilt. This is amazing little knife here. Not little knife, it's a big knife, sorry. The knife is a Kershaw Tilt. It is, the steel on it is very unique. It is a composite blade. I believe the top part of the knife is, I'm going to say it's, I'm not sure what the top part of the blade is, actually. The bottom part of the knife is Vanex 75. That's a very, very rare steel. It's, I'm assuming it's a super steel. Not quite sure. But yeah, Vanex 75 is a really rare steel. I think it's still around. Maybe they use it in Europe or South Africa, but it's not a steel that you normally see here in the United States. So this knife was made as a very, very special knife. The reason this knife is incredibly special is because it is the very first KBT ball bearing knife made by Kershaw. This knife was made to show off the KBT ball bearing system. The front part of the knife is carbon fiber on it. Almost seems like plastic, but it is carbon fiber on there. It looks like they got some kind of laminate over it. Maybe they don't, but you know, it doesn't seem like the kind of carbon fiber that I'm used to seeing. If any of you guys have the Tilt or you've heard of this knife, maybe you can educate me on what kind of carbon fiber this is. Like I said, it's very reflective, so I don't know much about it, about that type or this particular type of carbon fiber. I know it's carbon fiber. I've just never seen it laminated like that or have that laminated look to it. Yeah, like I said before, this knife is very special because it accentuates the KBT ball bearing system, which is why the knife was made. The thing that really gets me though is that this knife is older than a lot of the Kershaw knives that we have out now with the KBT ball bearing system, and yet this knife is smoother than any of the knives they make today. And I can't explain it except to say there is a possibility that the ball bearings inside the knife are not tool steel ball bearings. Maybe they're ceramic, which is why the knife is so freaking smooth. I mean, I have never felt a knife that drop shut before. The Kershaw Tilt definitely had to have that knife in this collection. What's interesting about the knife is that you can see, if you look inside the knife, it says the word Tilt in there. Maybe I turn it around. See if you guys can see that. There it is. It says the word Tilt right in there. If I angle it correctly. Pretty cool. The knife is titanium, but I'm telling you guys, it feels incredibly light for a titanium knife. Real light knife. Kershaw Tilt. If you could get one of these, oh man. It's like a dream to own in any collection if you can get one of these. Mine is serial number 179. I think they did, if I'm not mistaken, I'm guessing, but I think they made 1,000 of these, and they also made 1,000 of the black coated DLC. If anyone wants to correct me, please do. I believe that's the case with the serial numbers, but I do know that they made certain number in DLC coated, and then a certain number in just the regular, the stonewash coating that you see like right now, the one that I got, stonewash blade. Kershaw Tilt. Love having that. The next one makes me cry, guys. This is the Kershaw Speedform 1. The knife is a composite blade. Serial number 105. Don't know how many of these they made. The top part is D2. The bottom part is LMAX. I cry over this knife because I accidentally scratched it. Can you see that right there? Very painful to look at. Believe it or not, if I come across this knife again and it's selling for like $800 or even $1,000, I'm gonna grab it. I'm sorry, I know I'm crazy, but I gotta have this knife in perfect condition in my collection. And unfortunately, I screwed it up by scratching it. I, thought I'd take it to somebody and see if they could get rid of the scratch, and they said they can't. Unfortunately, not on a knife like this because the sand blasting on it is unique. They had never, it was only done by Kershaw. No one else had ever even knows how they did that. And even Kershaw can't do it again because wherever that machine is, it's long gone. So Kershaw Speedform, real smooth knife. Only runs on washers. There's no ball bearings on this knife. It's just a washer knife, and it's real smooth. It looks like an integral, but actually it's not. It is a regular sandwiched knife. There's the backspacer right there. You can see it. Really nice. It's got the Canonian thumb studs there that were developed by Canonian. Really lovely piece. Glad to have it. Composite blade. If you were to find this knife, it probably goes for about $800 somewhere. It's a collectible. You're not going to get it anymore. Kershaw Speedform 1. They had the Speedform 2. I showed that to you in G10 earlier. That one is an all LMAX. This is the composite blade version. To cover up the scratches, I actually had this idea. I was going to have someone do it for me where I would have, to cover up the scratch, I would actually have the knife on the back where the scratch is, have it be this color and hide the scratch. But they said you don't want to do that because then you'll lose the collectability of the knife. So I didn't want to do that. So Kershaw Speedform. The next one is another very rare knife. This is the Kershaw Bolt. A lot of these knives you've heard of, but I doubt you'll ever be able to handle one. That's how rare they are now. This is the Kershaw Bolt. This is very much like the Speedform. This could be considered an early precursor to zero tolerance. The knife is all titanium, another titanium knife. Just like this knife is also titanium. Another titanium knife by Kershaw. The top part of the blade is D2, and then the bottom part is M390. Can you guys imagine that? A Kershaw knife in M390. Kershaw, a low-budget value company, making a high-end knife like this. So the knife is all titanium with a G10 slab on the front to cut down on weight. It's got a nice deep pocket carry clip. Really small pocket clip, but still it's got a nice spring to it. Yeah, still a deep pocket carry clip nonetheless. Open construction on that all the way, unlike the Speedform. This one's got open construction with 3 standoffs in it. Just a great knife overall. Again, it's not a ball bearing knife. It's a washer knife. And it is very smooth for a washer piece. Real smooth knife. It doesn't fall shut, but it is... yeah, it is very smooth. For the fourth piece, this is the Kershaw Blue Bump. Now, one of the most interesting things about the Blue Bump, excuse me, one of the few things about the Kershaw Blue Bump that I did not know is that they make this knife in 2 versions, or 3 versions, actually. They have this knife, and I don't have the 3rd version. They make it in blue, they make it in green, and they make it in silver. Now, here's what's weird about this knife is when you go on eBay, you see tons and tons of the green the green version of the knife. I've seen a lot of the green on eBay. The green bump version of this knife, which you've actually seen in an earlier video. I showed you that I also have that one. You see a lot of that, but yet that knife is supposedly rarer than the one in my hand, because apparently they only made like 500 of 500 of the green version, and I think they made 1,000 of these blue ones, but yet I hardly ever see the blue knife anymore. This knife, again, what makes this knife so interesting, once again, is it's almost a custom piece. I mean, look at the ridges on that. That was done with some serious CNC machining, probably back in the day when they didn't have CNC machines the same way they have them now. I don't know. But I mean, not only do the lines, these gold lines go this way, but if you look closely, there's also lines going across. Some machine did that, and they took the time to do that. I don't remember what the price of this knife was. I'm guessing it was probably right around $325 back in the day, or maybe $225, something like that. It wasn't as much as it is a collector's piece now. As a collector's piece, this knife will run you about $400 or $500 now if you're looking for this knife. I've seen people do it. What's interesting about the knife is that it's in blue. It's also anodized in blue, which makes it quite unique, because blue is a real hard color to get this blue in anodization, but they actually did it. In some parts of the light, it almost looks kind of purple, but it goes back to being straight blue. So I kind of like that. The knife is a spring assist. It's got a recurved blade, and the steel is S30V. I got serial number 525. Real happy about that. Yep, Kershaw bump. Finally, the last of my Kershaw discontinued collection. And I just want to let you guys know I'll probably be doing updates on this collection because it is still growing. I have not stopped collecting Kershaw. So for the final knife, I've got the Kershaw Whisper. Supposedly this knife is supposed to be real special. It's a Ken Onion knife, all titanium. It's got this sort of rubbery texture on it. That's the thing that turns me off about the knife, is that it looks kind of cheap. It's not something that looks like a premium material. It looks like something that they just glued on. Really, you could almost do without it. Like, if that stuff came off, I'd be perfectly fine with it being just a gray knife without these whatever sort of pre-tech trek, whatever you want to call them, on there. Yeah, but a Ken Onion design knife called the Whisper. What makes this knife unique is that the lock on it, and I forgot the name of this lock, I'll have to look it up, is on the side here. Basically, you press it, and then you can disengage the knife, because basically the way it works is you hold it up, and then this lock here engages with the thumb stud, and now the knife's lock doesn't go anywhere. The knife doesn't have any blade play on it whatsoever. The steel on it, back then, let's see, it's, yeah, CPM 440V. That's another reason why I love this collection, is I get to have steels like this in my collection that are long gone. So that's kind of another attractive reason why I wanted to have the collection. Kershaw Whisper, titanium knife. They only made 250 of these. And check it out, guys. I got number 12 out of 250. Pretty awesome. Now, this knife comes packaged I'm not going to bring it out, but I do have it. It comes packaged in a special box with a display case, and it just sits in the display case. So it was meant to be a collector's knife, not meant to be a user's knife, although you can use it. It also comes in serrated, and I have the choice. I chose to get the not serrated knife. I'm not a fan of serrated blades, so. Yeah, this is the Kershaw Whisper 1625, and this is the last of what I have in my Kershaw collection. This is Omar the Knife Shark Guy signing off, hoping maybe someday you'll run into one of these knives in your collection. If you do, they are just absolutely amazing works of knife making history here, and I am real happy to have these guys in my collection. I really hope this has been fun for all of you guys. See some Kershaws you may have never seen or heard of before. Really kind of hoping that you'll come across one of these, and maybe you'll remember me, and maybe you want, yeah. Good luck to all you guys trying to get a hold of it. So I hope you guys probably run across, probably out of all 5 on the table, these 2 are probably the most attractive on the table. If you want to comment on my channel and ask this last part of the video, I would love to know which one of the 5 of these would you guys like to own in your collection, if you possibly could. I'm personally, I can't live without any of these, but I'm gonna say probably these 2 knives would be what the most popular opinion would be. I can't say this one because a lot of people probably forgot about this knife. Unless you're a collector, you might not remember the Kershaw Speedform, but it was and is a really unique knife to own. I'm really glad I have it. I love both these knives because they're premium quality blades, and they're not ball bearing knives, they're just washers, and yet they are incredibly smooth knives to have. Just really stellar. Really sorry I scratched that. God damn it, why'd I do that? Anyway, this is Omar the Knife Shark Guy signing off, hoping you won't find a scratch on your knife that you love so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. There'll be more videos coming, probably going to be discussion videos because, coronavirus has got all of us stuck in our houses in quarantine, so we can't do much. So, I don't know. There's my Kershaw collection and all. Please comment below on any of the 8 videos that you've seen here on my channel. Hope you guys love to comment on it. Final word about my discontinued Kershaw collection. I had a chance to go on Blade HQ with my Kershaw collection, and I had to turn them down because I couldn't... I just couldn't go. I was working. I'm kind of sorry that didn't happen. I'm now having difficulty getting a hold of somebody from Blade HQ, letting them know that I'm ready. And of course, now we're all quarantined. I can't go again. So, but hopefully someday in the future, if my channel becomes popular, you guys will get a chance to see this collection again. Hopefully it'll be like twice the size and even more rare knives included in there, because there are a lot of rare Kershaw knives that are out there that I don't own and that I want. One that comes to mind is the Kershaw Overdrive in orange. I gotta have that. I'm still missing the, I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it's an Orange County Chopper Kershaw knife in a display case. I'm not sure I could probably get that right now, but finances are tight. But yeah, I'm gonna have this collection to continue to grow any way that it can. So anyway, yeah, this is my Kershaw collection. This is Omar signing off, hoping you'll find one of these pieces of rare sharp art collectibles in your collection. Please comment on any of the knives you've seen in any of my videos, or feel free to comment on anything on my video. Love to hear from you, whatever your opinion may be. This is Omar, the Knife Shark Guy, signing off with the final video of my Kershaw discontinued collection. Hope this has been fun for you and educational in some way. Again, this is Omar, the Knife Shark Guy, signing off. Happy knife hunting, guys, and God bless.